Hey everybody, hopefully somebody's out there. It's What Not, Why Not episode number 2. Don't have fancy stuff all set up yet, but I definitely will for next week. Uh, Joining me as always is Mr. Pilsner Prop. Say hey.
What's going on?
Yeah, Pilsner, you saw sort of what we were. A lot of people liked what we did last week, so I thought that was kind of cool. Um, I think some of the topics that we talked about were great, but I decided three new ones. If you saw it in the description and whatever. The first one I was going to do was streaming technology and how to improve your shows, but I think I'll wait for a little bit for some more people to come in.
Yeah,
Um,
somebody that's using some of the OBS stuff will be better prepped for that for sure.
yeah, like that's what I was going to maybe talk about and show an example of and stuff like that. Um,
I'm a caveman. I do everything from a cell phone, and depending on if it's on the table or a cooler or a box, I have a little stand that's taped down so I don't shake it too much as I click run auction.
well, what
Uh,
was it? We were in a hotel room with Red Hot comics near the at, at the beginning of whatnot, and so we actually didn't have a phone stand. Someone forgot their phone stand, so we actually had to grab a styrofoam cup. We just cut it so it would just hold it just right, so we could use that as a phone stand.
nice. Yeah, I have a little 3D printed one I made years ago. I said if I'm doing a pull box, I have a cooler that's the perfect height, and I tape the stand to the top of that. Otherwise, I tape it down to the table.
Yeah. Um, so as I said, we'll push that one off till a couple more people join. But
Anyone in studio or chat.
yes, anyone in studio. We've got three people in chat. Let us know who's out there. Say hey.
Yeah, if you're in chat, post your whatnot handles. Let people know you're out there.
Yeah. Um, so the one of the things that again the topics that I had was customer retention, keeping customers coming back. Um, some techniques that has worked for you. I'm at the beginning of the show, so I can only say a couple people that have come back. So my input isn't going to be quite as uh, robust, let's say.
Well, it's been tough because whatnot has forced me to change formats. So now I'm learning that all over again.
Yeah,
So when I did mystery shows, I made sure that you know I had value. I'd run $5 all variant boxes, whether it be virgins, variants, whatever. I'd put multiple slabs. Ship time, uh, interaction with the chat. I go to, and I don't want to say his name. He's on 3 or 4 times a week. He's starting to get the hang of it. He's only worried about the sale per book and not overall revenue or making space in his house, customer retention, does one run giveaways because they'll cost him $4.77. I mean, I Stan has been to several of my shows. I try to be very generous. I follow Scandalous Comics. He's a great one, JoJo. Just try and build a community because you're going to meet the people as you go along. And
yeah,
even if they don't buy, they share your show and they know people you don't know. I mean, that seems to be the biggest thing is just getting people you meet and making connections and getting them to share your show beforehand. During seems more key. Bookmarks are great, but not everybody shows up because you mute the 7,000 notifications you get.
Yeah, I wish they would. That's a tech thing that I wish they would do is their notifications where they
Oh,
would
more
bring in.
options to it. I've been
Yes.
in several group chats of great people, and
Yeah.
I ended up having to leave the chat.
Yeah.
Because I cannot deal
Oh,
with it.
we just
And
had
it's
them.
nice.
We just had them.
Yeah,
TR, we got you.
I love that some people are active in the chat, but it's a lot of irrelevant chitty chat bullshit. And I'm like, I just stop. Every time I need to do something at work, it just keeps dinging in my ear, and it's like, look at this picture of a rabbit. I'm like, what the hell are we talking about?
Hey,
What's up,
TR.
fellas?
Hey, what's
Hey,
going on?
welcome in. How did the show go?
It went good, good. It was my first independent horror slash underground slash adult show.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah, went good.
Awesome. Yeah. So we're talking about customer retention. How do you keep people coming back? Uh, just little ideas that seem to work for everybody.
So I do my horror every Friday at 7:30, and that's it. I do one show once a week, and that seems to work.
Okay. And you continuously get back people. Like Filthy always comes back. Tom comes back. I am always in there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it seems to work, but so consistency and would be it.
Yes. And I try to juggle my shows around other people, but I found that a lot of other people aren't very consistent. So I figured I'm just going to stay consistent and leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anything to add, Ron? Sorry, Pilsner.
No, the consistency thing seems to be a big factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to learn that because I had to keep pushing off my show because of real life.
I don't think I've ever run the same or a show at the same time twice ever, which is my downfall.
Yeah, I try to run them. I want to stay at about Sunday at 8 p.m. Just because it seems to be a nice sort of vacant spot that not lots of people are running, but I don't know. I've only done what 4 shows now, so I can't say my customer retention. The only people that keep coming back to my show run is you Pilsner and the Tweedle twins that are in the chat.
Well, yeah, we'll get there. Like I said, I try and share it, and I think you'll have better success with that for mixed books. I know lots of people that collect. I don't know anyone besides you that is hardcore Godzilla.
Really? There's quite a few.
I don't
It's
know them. That's my point. Is
yeah,
I can only share with people that I know that collect whatever category.
yeah.
Until
Hey,
that, I can't
Christina.
help you that much when it's a theme show.
Hey, how you doing tonight, Christina?
Yeah.
Um,
So I find myself uh, doing my shows based on what the people that come to my show like. Like I know you like the Godzilla. You know, I find myself when I'm picking through stuff in my collection or buying collections, I find myself almost as a shopper instead of like just an overall buyer. So I'm buying stuff based on the clientele of people that buy from me. So it might not be stuff that I'm into, but I know that if I grab something, I know I can sell it.
yep. We got filthy evens in the house
Hey, what's
in
up,
the chat.
filthy?
She's probably figuring out some fancy new binder twine so that she can wrap the packages in, make it look even cooler than the rest of us.
Yeah, yeah.
We love you, filthy. Um, yeah, no, it's just yeah, be consistent, be yourself.
Mhm.
Pilsner's right. Get books that are pretty much maybe a wide range of stuff, a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
Kind of works, I guess, because not everybody likes the stuff that you like. So, uh, yeah, I mean, some cool things. It's a lot of fun. Um, doing the shows, but yeah, getting people to keep coming back's kind of tough. Um,
Mhm. Well,
I,
I
I
guess the big thing is you. It's a little different if you're doing it as your primary income or a secondary income. And
oh yeah,
I don't know everybody's situation. So for me, it's a secondary income. So I don't. To me, that makes a big difference because I don't feel like if I buy a collection and it doesn't sell in a week, I can't pay the electric bill. But in the same time, I want to buy stuff that I know can sell. But I also, so my theory is I want to double my money. So I don't care if I buy something for $1 and it's worth 20. I'm going to sell it for 5. If I can make 500% on something, I'm fine with that. And then the buyer is happy, everybody's happy. I don't want to sit on stuff for like 6 months. You know, does that make sense?
yep. No, makes total sense.
Yeah, if you're not turning it, it's a loser.
Right.
Yeah. Um. Well, it's absolutely right. I mean, but not everybody's finding uh collections out there where they're getting books for $1. I mean, you can get them on whatnot, but usually they're $1 book because they haven't been selling.
Right.
And right,
Well,
at least on
and
whatnot.
again, that's how you have to know who your buyers are. Like just this week, I had somebody come up to me and say, "Hey, I like Red Room. I know I collect Red Room myself because I know he passed away. I think Red Room is the next Dave Stevens, and you can still find them in the dollar bins. So when I go to local shows, that's what I'm buying. Like, I have to make sure I find myself not looking so much for keys because everybody knows what a key is. They know the keys, you know. But if you could cherry pick stuff, especially indie stuff and horror stuff, not people that aren't into horror will price them very cheaply, especially indie horror.
Okay. Um, I can see it, although from what I've been, well, indie horror for sure, but I'm starting to see a lot more people getting into horror, and I'm seeing some people just overpaying for stuff, and I'm laughing. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. No, I agree.
Like, I mean, there's a beat up copies of like Witching Hour, or
Hmm.
even stuff that isn't the big ones like the Witching Hour, the House of Secrets, the House of Mystery. That they're getting some of the off, the off books or the series, and they're paying ten to $15 a book. I'm like, really?
Yeah, because I think they're prospecting that's going to be the next pre-code. Because honestly, I think DC Bronze Copper Horror is the next best thing. I don't know if we're ever, the prices will go up, but you have some nice Wrightson, you have some nice Neil Adams, you have some very nice covers. And I think some people are just buying them, thinking that that's the best next best thing after pre-code.
Well, that's one of the whole problems with the app and the market in general. Is every single person, buyer, seller, is running on spec and not things
Right.
they want, not things they collect, not
Hmm.
things they love, and that's creating a really bad environment all around.
True.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I think it's sort of like last year where silver was the new gold for a while, right? Because people were gold was getting so, or like Golden Age were getting so expensive, so people were like, okay, well, what's the next best thing? Silver.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. I think it's bronze and whatever horror are the next best thing, and that's going to get scooped up at some point. Because there's only so much of that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think high grade DC horror is the next thing. Or at least that's what people are, anticipating.
I mean, Ron, what do you are you seeing it on the streams that you're on?
Some horror. I mean, it's almost like somebody went on Wheel of Names and picked 80s and 90s artists, and then a flood of people are coming in. You have for like 3 weeks it was Michael Turner stuff. Now it's somebody else, and I'm like, that's really weird. Like there was nothing to insinuate this rapid demand.
Well, what do you think about like Wrightson Swamp Thing?
Not a collector. Nothing against it. I don't collect Swamp Thing. Could care less.
Yeah, but
You
I think people are starting to gravitate to that.
Yeah, are you seeing? Oh, I'm saying in the rooms and whatever that you're in, are you seeing it?
Well, okay, so that's the thing. I'm buying it, but I'm not seeing people buy it. And to be honest, so I'm buying. What is it? 1 through 16. What's Wrightson like?
10. He's
10.
1 through 10.
10. So I'm buying them up. I can pick them out in clean condition for 10, and I'm putting them up for 20, and I might sell one a week. So I'm kind of speculating, but I do see people gravitating towards that. I don't know if that's a long-term trend or short term.
Okay. Yeah, well, again, Tweedle DJ brought something up again, since we're just sort of spitballing at the moment. Gas stations are selling comics, and yes, I have seen them. They are getting those
I saw
the reprint
Superman at
packs.
Circle K on Instagram in those 3-packs.
Yeah, they're doing the same ones as the dollar stores or whatever, or the Dollar Generals. It got me. I loved. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's the 90s all over again. We're back to gas station mystery packs.
Yeah, they're just not distributed by Whitman. But yeah, like I mean, I'm the trends that at least that I'm seeing in whatnot, for stuff that's being bought. Yeah, Swamp people are starting to finally come around to Swamp Thing. Finally starting to come around to Neil Adams, to Nick Cardy, to Luis Dominguez, to a lot of people, just as I have. But
how much is that as spec on the new DCU at the same time?
I don't know.
Well, that's the problem. It's like as in this market, you're literally trading commodities, and you have to take a guess on.
Oh yeah, like we're doing futures.
Yeah, literally, and it's. I dislike how it's affecting the hobby. To be honest, like it's terrible.
I know it does suck, but unfortunately, in order for it to continue, because we're not going to have people reading just to read, right? Kids aren't doing that. They don't have the attention span. It's got to evolve. Unfortunately, that's the problem.
I agree. And as you get different panelists on here, I think I'm a unique person. I don't sell any things for money. I sell them because I got them, and I'm not going to keep them. And so I have to find a new approach, because I'm like, unless you find somebody that's collecting the run, the books are worthless on any platform. I mean, by the time I get done with fees and then get done with shipping, nobody wants to do the transaction.
Yeah. Well, so we're going to go to the other topic, which we'll go to the third one. Preloading items. whether it makes a difference or not. I was hoping more people that didn't do it and did do it. Unfortunately, Richard, it wasn't the Fantastic Four. That's next week. Mel's severely ill, so everyone, please give your thoughts and prayers out um, to Mel Soder. She had to go to the. She was in the hospital for a little bit, but she's back home just resting. But yeah, she's she's tight, like just completely incapacitated at the moment. So
Geez,
Rick's
sorry to
taking
hear
care of
that.
her. Yeah, and they're awesome people. Um, you guys know him as Richard_Soder. So
Yeah,
you've seen
yeah.
him on Whatnot. Just great people. Love them to death. Um, so please, everyone, just keep them in your thoughts.
Yep.
But I was hoping there was going to be a couple more panelists, just to see whether preloading stuff did it or didn't. What do you guys think?
For me, yes, it does help. As long as you have somebody in the audience that can shout out that you have pre-bids, because I don't do that on my laptop. And from what I understand, I can't see it on my phone or my iPad. But from what I understand, when you do it from your PC, you can filter out pre-bids. Does that make sense? Is that correct?
You can filter it on your PC. You can scroll and look for pre-bids on your cell.
Yeah, but the problem is I have like 500 books. So every time I scroll, I can't see any comments. I
You're
can't see,
missing the show. Well,
yeah.
so there's a double-edged sword to having stuff preloaded. So
Mhm.
I've tried it, and I don't think I've ever gotten a pre-bid. All I
Oh,
get are
really?
people who only want that book. So they come in your show and they just keep asking you to run that book at the beginning of your show, if it's a decent key, whatever. Well, it's like, okay, well, that's all you're here for.
Yeah.
If I run it right now, I don't leave any time for anyone else to see it. And
No,
so
I
as a
get that.
seller,
Yeah.
so as a seller, that's kind of contradictory. But at
Yeah.
the same
Well,
time, if you have
mhm.
people scrolling your marketplace, they're not watching your live show.
Right. Yeah. So
So
what I
it
usually
has to
do
become
is,
that balance.
yeah. So what I usually do is I run about 10 minutes of my show, just letting people run through pre-bids. Just let them, scroll, play some music, this and that. And then usually somebody will chime in and if not, I'll ask and I'll be like, do I have any pre-bids? Somebody check? And they'll start shouting out. And then I do 1 hour shows. So after about 20 minutes, I'm pretty much just running pre-bids for the rest of the show. And then once it depends. If nobody starts chiming in, give me pre-bids, I'll go ahead and scroll, but I'll let the audience know that hey, I can't see the screen. I'm pre-bidding. That's the bad side of having so many books preloaded. Is that if I was to scroll through everything, it takes me like fucking. It takes like 10 minutes.
Well,
And then
well,
I'm possibly missing out.
a little trick for you. You said it doesn't work on your tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if you instead of using the app on your tablet, what if you did it on a browser, which is the same as a computer? So you should be able to filter out your pre-bids.
Would that work on an iPad?
Yep, just use
Oh, okay.
Safari.
Okay.
But at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time,
I'll
you
check.
don't have
Oh,
to move all those preloaded items to that show. You can move
oh,
specific
okay.
to that show. And if people want things outside of the show, they can just go to your profile.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I
So
didn't know
what
that
I've
because I
done,
usually just use my iPad for music.
Oh,
so
okay.
all the things you have loaded that you make as pre-bids, obviously they're sitting in your inventory in between shows, and they're assigned to that show, waiting for the next show.
Okay.
I assume that's how you're running.
Yes.
What I would do is
Yes.
when you're not in the show, set it to buy now with an offer, and it'll stay there. And then you can pick and choose what items you want to assign to that show, and then you only have to scroll through whatever 50, 100 items, and everything else can sit in your profile as buy it now, make an offer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, and then you don't have to
did you-
delete items; you can just move them in and out of shows.
Gotcha.
Filthy, did you want a link to the backstage, and you can come join us if you want. Same with you guys.
Come on, Filthy,
Billy?
join the show.
Yeah, all you need is a phone. You don't need a computer. Yeah, no, it's I've heard if you do preload, you get a little bit more favoritism in the algorithm. All right, I'll send that off.
We'll talk about algorithm stuff on after for the next one.
Okay. Just let me send this to Filthy. Okay, Filthy. It's in your Instagram. Yeah, I was just saying I've heard it is the case. I don't know whether that's true or not.
I just thought it was a good
preloads.
topic for future.
Yeah, oh definitely. Sorry, I'm just about to bid on something.
What? That's impossible.
And it looks like I won. Yay!
Santa just picked up another Canadian price variant for $3.
No, it's an X-Men 25 blue hollow error variant. For cheap.
Nice. Yeah, I've never picked up a blue hollow. I figured I would have run across some by accident by now.
Yeah. So I've got an extra one now for you. All right. The last one or the other topic that we had was technology. And since we were talking about, doing stuff in oh, there's Burnt Door. Hey, Burnt Door, how are you, buddy?
What's up, Burnt?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
Good.
Good. We're just about to move on to the technology topic. Have you guys tried using OBS and multiple cameras and stuff before on your shows?
Just the one camera for me. Sorry.
Oh, Pilsner?
I run everything from an Android device.
Okay. So no one's TR. Have you tried it with OBS? Anybody in the chat? Has anybody in the chat tried it?
No. I can barely figure out how to do this.
Okay. Okay, I'm definitely going to probably have to start. What now? We were talking about if anybody has tried like multiple cameras and scrolls and information about the book that's up on the screen. Like saying it's a key, why it's a key. These are things that like I'm developing for OBS to, let's say, pull information about the book that you've either preloaded or is something else, either an Excel spreadsheet or whatever, that can display it on screen to say whether it's a key or not, and the information about the book to help try to sell it. Like, does you having the knowledge help you sell the book? Like, even take the technology away from it, does the information help you sell the book?
I would say no.
Yeah, I mean, generally, the people that are on the app and looking for stuff already know their data,
Yeah.
or they're running multiple devices or apps, and they're switching between your show and Key Collector or CLZ or whatever.
I mean, I think it would be helpful flat. I mean, honestly, you've seen my shows and you're always coming in with answers to help me out, you know, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be nice to know, just so my, you know, for me, my own personal knowledge, right? Like, I don't always know everything about every book that I own. You know, I get a collection and I might not know it. So if there was a way to, you know, present that key, and people are like, oh yeah, that's a key, that's awesome, I didn't know that was a key either. And then I think you would have maybe a little more success personally selling.
Okay.
I think that it would increase the sell price because you'd introduce competition for people who didn't know. Because that book, if it's a key, it's going to sell.
Yeah.
Right. So, well, I'm just like, we talked about briefly last week, but the idea is that the tech, part of the tools that I'm doing, you guys all know that you can only get about what is it, 5 people per, and here's Filthy. You can only do 5 people per email blast, or not email blast, but notification at a time with Whatnot. Well, mine tools that are going to be coming out are, you're going to be able to blast everybody all at once. Oh, hey, Filthy. Nope.
Hello.
That would be really helpful flat.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to think of technology that would help you guys. But
that
it
would be
seems
super helpful. I'm pretty small. I don't chase the follower thing. I have well under 1,000. I only follow 400. But to share that with everyone that has bought from me, I don't fucking remember. I'm never gonna. Right? That's impossible. This is a once every 3-4 week kind of hobby thing. I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not going to know who it. Basically, it's I'll in the next couple weeks I'll show you guys the alpha of it. Basically, what you'll do is you'll go into your account on Whatnot. You'll click a little button. It'll be like a Google Chrome or whatever add-on. So it's not going to get your it can't get your credentials. So you don't have to enter credentials. You don't have to do anything. Basically, what you do is you go to your profile page, and it'll grab all of your profile of your followers, and then it'll also have a little side thing that basically you put in what you want to say, and it'll blast them out to everybody. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah, that would be super helpful. I loaded my Fantastic Four pack show, and I didn't share it at all. And I have 3 followers for that, or 3 bookmarks for that show that's been out for a week and a half, just based on natural flow and notifications.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to say, like, I see it on some of the bigger shows. Some is multiple cameras, multiple scrolling stuff. Like, we can do here. I'll even do a scroll here.
No good.
I'm gonna remember where I put it. Right. You can bring up different things. You can do a scrolling ticker across the bottom, right?
That's cool.
right? So, something like there would be, I don't know, that could be where the information of the book you're running could be, right? Or I know it's weird in whatnot, but they're going to move to a wider screen, not just the phone screen. It's already in the code. I've seen it. So again, I'm putting it out there. What would you guys like to see as tech? How's that? Let me do that. Let me take it that way.
I mean, from a business perspective, I think what you're talking about, being able to get a hold of all my potential customers, previous followers, whatever, is huge. To be able to let them know I'm having a show, when it's going to happen, versus just like putting on there and sharing individually everybody that comes up, or I can remember. Like, I think any business would love that if they could let all their customers know what's going on.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, what else is there?
Didn't you? I think you and I talked about it a while ago. You were working on some sort of function for bulk payment instead of having to take the transaction fee every single time, especially on low dollar sales.
Yes, but that's on other platforms that aren't Whatnot, right? That's for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. On Whatnot, I can't do that because Whatnot handles that. You start doing that, they're going to find out real quick that you're doing another type of payment, and you won't be there very long.
Yeah, what else would be useful?
Yeah, I mean anything that helps with the marketing. Like I said, I've gotten to that trap where you end up with the same 7 people, the little families, and they'll come to your show and they'll tap the hearts, which is great. The hearts don't seem to affect the algorithm the way they used to. So I end up with 7 people that I know on the show, and I can run for infinite amount of time and keep all those books. Not helpful. So being able to share it with the whatever amount of followers you have is going to be, I think, a huge thing.
Okay.
Now, would you would people have the option to opt out of that, or I feel like might be kind of tough because
Nope.
how many
They
texts
click
do you get
follow,
with
that's
all
their
kinds of
problem now.
business stuff, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could treat it 2 ways. I could create a blacklist or a whitelist, whatever we want to call it, where you can put people's names that they don't want to, they can opt out, right? So let's say I would house your list, right? Or not, I would. It would be on a server specific to you. People could go and click. You could have them opt out. You could, but they also opt in to follow you. So didn't they opt in already?
Yeah, I mean, I get invites from people I bought when I first joined the app in last August. That's part of following.
So maybe I missed part of the conversation when I was logging in. So you're talking about being able to contact all the people that follow you through Whatnot or through a different platform?
Well, no, it actually would use Whatnot's. What happens is they've restricted it to only 5.
Right.
I'm bypassing the restriction.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to figure out a way to text everybody that's your follower so that it wasn't through Whatnot. But yeah, if you could remove that 5 user thing, that would be amazing.
Yes. Basically what it's going to do is, because there is the limit, instead of actually removing it, what I'm actually doing is just automating it 5 at a time. And you never have to do it manually. It
Yeah.
automatically does it in the
Okay.
background.
Oh, that
Figure
would be
out
great.
Whatnot's cropping algorithm, and then create a photo app that bypasses that.
Yeah, God, I hate that thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm understand that one of the developers for Whatnot, it actually is a comic seller. Um, he does sell on the platform, so I've talked to him on multiple things. Um, they're slow to advance. Um, but they sure can change the logo when they need to.
Well, and also
Oh, yeah.
change where your mail shows up.
Oh yes, I've heard messages and whatever is no longer part of activity on iPhone.
No, I feel like it changes every other week when I'm
I
like,
have
where
two
the
different
fuck are my
Android
messages?
devices, and it's constantly moving on both. And one's Android 9, one's 13, and I
Yeah.
can never find the goddamn messages.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it'll
well, we were-
send, it'll have the little thing there saying, hey, you have a message. And I'm like, how, where is it? I would love to read this message. I cannot.
yeah. Well, here's the other thing. We were talking about it right as we were starting, is having just granularity for the notifications, where we'd actually, messages from people like friends, as opposed to messages from just regular people, or notifications for shows that are starting or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Because these things need to be like, we've got a football fantasy pool between a bunch of the sellers, and we're like constantly getting um, notifications, and I don't want it all the time,
Mhm.
but I want to know when the show's coming up. So I either get it all or get none.
Well, one of the ideas I've been kind of kicking around is using a app like GroupMe and asking like followers if they would like to subscribe or join, and then it's a text group. So that way I could send out texts, and then once they join that, you can break that up into even smaller groups. So I use this for my classes. So I'm used to be a college professor before I lost my job a couple weeks ago. But before then, I would have 4 different classes I'm teaching, and so I could have everyone join in, and then based on each class, I could split them up into different groups. And so I thought it could be cool to split people up into like, these people all like horror books, these people all like indie books, these are my magazine people, or this is everybody. You can send to individual people on there, and it's nice because it hides their actual phone number, because it's through this app and it's free. So I think the cap is like 800 people or something like that. It might be more
Okay.
than that now. That you can't send more than like 800 messages at one time. But if you broke them up, into the groups, then you could send more. But I like the privacy of it, so you don't get any creepers like having your number. Everything's through the app, but you can text people individually in there or as groups, or however you want to kind of set it out. And then people can opt in, so you don't feel like you're spamming people who don't want to know what you have going on. And so it's been really useful for my classes. And I've been thinking about maybe trying something like that. Has anyone else tried or thought about something like that?
I don't know 800 people, so it's not even an issue.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can work. The reason why I did it differently, and I wanted to do it inside the Whatnot, is, oh, we lost Pilsner. What had happened was, what happens on new people that are just starting out on the app? You've got to get them. Um, hey, Richard, how's Mel doing? Like what would you want to do for new people? Because you constantly have to get them shoveled into the other platform. And is Whatnot going to allow that?
So I feel like it would be really similar to asking people to follow your Instagram, right? Or talking about your Instagram. You could say, hey, if you'd like to get a text when I have shows coming out, all you have to do is follow this link. You could make it a QR code, and then they sign up. They can opt out at any time. And it just sends a text to their phone. But people are, forwarding people to their YouTube channel or their Instagram. So this would, to me, seem similar to doing that.
That might
Okay.
be useful for the banner thing you were talking about, where you could put book info. You could put
Oh yeah.
other contact methods.
Yeah, and you can send images through it. It's just like a regular, like you're texting with your regular phone. But I like it when you're dealing with people that you don't know, that it hides their number. So no one can see anyone else's number, but you still can access, as long as they have opted in, you can still send them a message or send a group of people a message through it. And it comes through as a text to their phone, but no one has access to my cell number. I don't have access to theirs.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. I don't think I've ever used GroupMe, so that's very interesting. That's cool to know. I'll look into it. And maybe build it into the tools. So, it's an option. Because I assume probably GroupMe's probably got an API that you could, port stuff over. But I guess, yeah, you want to have them sign up for the where it's an opt-in.
Yeah, and you would just give them the link. Like you can put people in it, but you have to have their cell phone to do it. And so I don't know of a way you can get that information off of Whatnot. I wouldn't want to anyway. I want people to feel like, okay, I signed up for this, so I want these messages.
Okay. Well, that's all right. What else would you guys like to see? Whatnot, like a tech, uh, something that you'd like to see that they should do for you that you're not getting right now.
They want quality listings. That even Hip Comics Terrible scan feature, man. Not within your purview, but they want you to upload all this data, be able to scan the book. Man, would that be great?
Well, you can. It they again, they should hire my ass, but I'm very expensive. Um, they should actually get, because there are APIs that will grab the information, especially for comics and whatnot. You can grab all the data you want from there's a free comic database that has a lot of this information already. 350 an hour? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not cheap. I'm easy. I'm not cheap. Okay. So I assume, well, if no one's got anything more for the tech topic, we'll swing back around. Uh, and because Filthy and Burnt weren't here, customer retention. What are you doing? What are you helping with that either you're finding a problem of customer retention or that's helping you bring back people?
I mean, you make fun of my packaging, but it's memorable. And everyone in my reviews mentions it. They really enjoy it. I feel like, especially if you buy a lot on Whatnot, you get a lot of packages like I do, I was trying to figure out a way to kind of stand out. And so, making fancy packaging. I like to put handwritten notes in with it as well so that people know how much I
Ricky, I'll message
appreciate
you
their
about that.
business and, writing that in there. I like to, like TR throws in free books. I like to do that. If there's something I know that people like, I like to throw that in there. But I think part of it is just people can tell if your heart is true kind of thing, right? Like we all know what the big sellers are who are just trying to make a bunch of money, and not that we aren't trying to make money, because we obviously are, but that they're just throwing up stuff and it's just go, go, go and whatever. And they don't have much of a community feel to it. And so I think that, just someone in the chat earlier before I joined in said something about being yourself. And I think that's a good piece of it, is just, don't be an asshole.
But being myself is being an asshole. That's all part of being me.
Right, but that's your brand and people love that. So that counts. But my brand is to be a goddamn sweetheart. So that's what I am, and that's what I'm trying to, kind of get out there with my brand. I really enjoy this community. I've loved all the people that I've met, and and it's only a good community if we make it one. And so trying to help other people out as well. I feel like when I first started with Whatnot, it felt like it was every person for themselves. And if you promoted a show in someone's show, they would get mad at people. And I'm just like, what? We're all trying to do the same thing here. If we have similar customers, like let's, so I try to really share, especially since I've been burned by so many sellers as well. You want to share the good people. Like, these are some of the good ones, these are my filthy approved sellers. Like, make sure you check out their shows.
Yep. And I'm joking. And if I didn't like you, I wouldn't joke with you. Seriously.
I know you're joking.
Trust me, I'm not that. I mean, I'm an asshole, but I'm not that much of an asshole.
I don't think you're an asshole.
and that's
You're wrong.
Yeah. Thanks, Walter. But
false.
Stuff like this is the idea, is to try to help the community. Hey, Rick.
Hey.
Is to help the community and see if we can get more people involved, get newer sellers some information that can help them when they're when they're just starting out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mel, okay?
Yeah, she's sitting over here. She's much better. Whatever it is, she must have flushed it out.
Oh, that's good. Hey, Mel, feel better?
I'm so glad to hear that, Richard.
You guys can call me Rick.
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 Hey, Rick.
Hello.
So, Rick, your question about unsold items.
Yeah.
So if you load them into your marketplaces, buy it nows for some stupid ass price, when you're ready to run them, you can change them to auctions and assign them to a show. When they don't sell, they go back into your marketplace. You don't have to reload them each time.
Right. You do it as a buy it now instead of an auction.
Yep. But if you assign it as an auction item to a show, it goes away at the end of the show.
Right.
You assign it to your profile as an item, then you can assign it to a show later, and it doesn't go away if it doesn't sell.
Okay. So I'd have to assign it to a show when the show's going.
Yeah.
No.
You just load it under your profile in your shop ahead of time as a buy it now, and then you can move it to your show as an auction item. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't go away. It just sits in your buy it now.
Yeah, you can load, you can do it all, and you can load all of your auction items, right? You just go to your inventory, and there's a check mark that does them all, and you can assign and then just assign to show.
Yeah, I just build my shit out too far in advance to be able to do that. I just miss the old way. It was easier.
Yeah, but you can just do it for infinity that way.
Yeah.
Because then when it sells, it's no longer in your inventory.
Yeah. Okay.
So you do it once, and if it doesn't sell, it's still in your buy it now. You can just assign it to the next show.
Right. Gotcha. I think how I do it would just make it more difficult, but that's cool.
Okay.
I
Well,
Maybe
selling
that's
everything.
the tools
in
we
the
have
world.
now.
Yeah, it'd be cool just to have the option, but I get it.
It's probably still there, just moves to your inactive. You could probably just reload it or click change status,
Okay.
but that's tedious as well.
Yeah. Gotcha.
yeah, D, we did see that. At least I have, that you can't see past shows. That has been there for a month or two ever since they changed, what was it, for like a week, where your video receipt was only like 2 minutes. It wasn't like the whole show and you could forward and reverse.
Mm-hmm.
As sellers, I haven't paid attention, but are you still able to watch your old shows?
I can watch my own shows. I can't watch other people's. The video receipts thing is a problem all around.
Mm-hmm.
But your whole past show is no longer an option in your profile.
Oh man, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
super interesting. Do you think they just like ran out of space?
Yeah,
I
I
think
assume
it
it's
was costing
data
too much.
issue.
Yeah.
But yet, well, actually, no, because the whole show is there. If you have a video receipt, you can scrub through the whole show. So the file
Yeah, but you,
is there.
Joe, you used to have a separate tab in your profile to watch your old shows.
Right. But what
They
I'm
scrubbed
saying
that
is,
whole thing right off.
but what I'm saying is the files are there anyways. Right? You can go back to a month ago show and get a video receipt of something so the file's still there for everybody.
Why
It's
would
just
they
they
do
got
that?
rid of the
To
tab.
watch other people's shows as well, right? Because I used to do that
I used to do that too.
Me too.
because I want to find out like who outbid me on my pre-bids when I couldn't be there.
You got
Well,
a
that would
hit
be
list,
me.
don't you, Filthy?
That would be me, and I'm probably on like 5 of them.
That's probably right.
Well, I'm just saying as a technology point of view, the files are there. Why they got rid of the tab that allowed you to view it from other sellers is beyond me. I don't get why, because it doesn't take any more space at all. I think Ron's gone back to see if he can do it.
No, I know I can't because I've also checked the settings in the past. And I go, where's my past shows? Not that I like the sound of my own voice, but the whole thing's gone. And I go in and I say, nope, past shows viewable. It's there because Glenn has been there. A lot of my past shows were just smashing shit and sawzawing shit. I'm like, I want to revisit that, and now it's all gone.
Oh, we lost Burnt Door. Oh no, he's back. Nope.
Lost Rick.
No, I'm here.
Oh no, Rick's there. Burnt Door's there. It says he's there. They need to connect the microphone before they can. Oh.
I see 4 people, and Rick's not in them.
Yep.
3.
And we lost Filthy.
It's probably StreamYard and not the users.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Rick. Yeah, and Burnt Door's back.
That was weird.
Are you there? Are you there, Burnt?
I'm here.
Okay.
I switched to a head earpiece.
Gotcha. Yeah. So the past shows, I don't even get why. It doesn't make any sense. And
Yeah.
TR didn't come back either. Mm,
Maybe they jumped into the other to check it out. I don't know. It's weird.
oh, oh. Oh shoot. How much time's left on this one? Ooh, 30 minutes. Yeah, it's I just don't get why it's not there. Doesn't make any sense to me. Technologically, it's no different.
Getting back to the retention thing, like Filthy was
Oh,
saying,
yep.
your personality does play parts, like huge parts of it.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, that's the thing because I was trying to. I wasn't myself in the beginning, but I had people that always came into the show. But I was trying to like copy other people. Once I found my niche, I had more people that are more regularly on. And I try. You know, I'm funny. I'm not. It's just I crack jokes all the time. I talk shit. And once I got to be myself and genuine, and people could see that, it helped. I lost people because no matter who you are or what you're doing, it's just not going to be somebody's taste. But if you're yourself, for me, anyways, and the other people that I follow, it seems to work out better. They do well. Yeah. So she made a very good point.
Oh yeah, being genuine's like 100%.
Yep.
Mean, as I said, I'm an asshole. That's me. I'm I'm absolutely genuine about it. No qualms.
Yeah, I think on that too, though, flat is something that brings me back to people's shows is if they're like honest or the perception of honesty, right? Like, and I'm not saying people are dishonest. I'm saying
Well,
just
some
people,
are.
roll out there and they quickly scroll through a book and they're like, and then you get the book and you're like, oh, I'm glad you showed that. And maybe that's on me for not asking, but I think just being willing to show everything that they know about it before they, because I always say stuff like, hey, I know everybody works hard for their money. And so even if it's a $10 book or a $1,000 book, I want you guys to know what you're getting.
Yeah, I was honestly not very good at that in the beginning. Not that I was hiding anything. I was just trying to watch time, and if I show the books, if people want to see more, they ask the questions. I promote that very much, especially with the older books. I take them out of the bag, I open it up, show every angle, front, back, open up the insides.
Good girl. Such a good girl.
I think that's improved it too. Honestly, the confidence has definitely increased. I mean, looking at my reviews, it's as described, and they're not all 9.8s, but I'm not selling them as 9.8s. Some of them, you know what I mean. So that's a very, very, very good point.
Well, that's absolutely like there used to be she doesn't sell comics as often, but I think everybody probably knows what the heck's her name? She always sent in purple packages. What the heck? It didn't matter if it was $1 book or a $10 book. She showed it off, and I always liked it. Because even if I'm going to spend $1, I'd still like to know whether I'm spending $1 on something that's a reader or something that's not.
Yep.
And over time, when you do that, Rick, you're going to see that a lot of people are just going to take your word for it in the long run.
Yeah.
Right?
I at this point I got so used to showing them off though, and I feel better because sometimes in the initial look through the book before I I put it up on the auction list. You know, I'm human. I'll miss something. I'm very open and honest about that too. I say it in the shows. That's another reason why I'd rather have something pop up during the stream than have somebody get it and I missed it. It's, you know, it's just, it's a peace of mind for me. And honestly, it gives more time for the you know, the buyers to build that relationship, to joke around. And my streams are way longer than I'd like, but I'm getting the better returns on it and way more repeat customers. I mean, I got, what is it, 2,500 followers in the past 2.5 months. That's for me, that's huge. Just because
Wow.
I changed up what I'm doing. I don't do a lot of giveaways. Not like that. I mean, you got people running like 30, 40, 50 giveaways. I do one usually at the start of the show, and max I do 10, and that's a very, very rare now. I'm just throwing free books in with people at this point, whether they get a follower giveaway or not. It's just, I don't know. Things are working better. Just being genuine and, you know, being like, you know, they were saying, just being honest about what the book is.
Yep.
I don't, you know, I'm selling it. I don't control what it is. If you want it, you want it. Great. But
Yeah, I'm a
you'll buy
little
it.
bit. I mean, I show off the books. You've seen my shows.
Mhm.
My problem is most of the books that I'm showing are going to be anywhere between a 9.4 to a 9.8,
Yeah.
like 90% of the time.
Hmm.
There's medication for that.
But even then, I was doing that, and I was talking about grades, and you know, I just put them up there. Like there's this one guy who
Is that okay?
has a grade, and I'm not going to name names, but I mean his reviews reflect it. Some of it's his fault because he's not honest about the books, but some of the times it's, you know, he called it a, you know, a 9.4, but he didn't say what the defects were. His review reflected a defect that still counts as a 9.4, but he wasn't specific about what it was.
Right. Okay.
So I don't want that headache either. You know, well, you didn't point this out. No, but I said it was this grade. So I don't know. There's plus and minuses to all of it, and it depends on, you know, what an individual wants to do. But like I said, for me personally, it's just easier to show it. If it's a 9.8, I'll show the front through the bag, you know, or a high grade if there's nothing else wrong with it. But almost all older books, I take them out of the bag and I show all the details. And I mostly sell older books, so.
Right. Well, I know in Pilsner shows you don't. You're quick. It's
Well,
quality
yeah,
or it's
on my
quantity.
dollar show where I'm showing off a bunch of virgins, that can be $2 to $20. I'm not going to take it out of the bag because it's $1. At 53 cents, I'm like, I don't really care. Either you want it for your PC or you don't at $1. If you think you're going to flip it, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question in the analytical, is there a feature on Whatnot where you can put in how much you purchased something for and how much did it sell for to know your overall profit? Not as far as I know.
Well, not
That
just
could be
that,
a cool
tax
tool.
implications.
Yeah, because they do. Yeah.
The better question is, because if I bought it for $1 and I sell it for 100, Whatnot has no reasonable way of tracking my capital gain on it.
Correct. Now that could be a tool as well to be able to. I mean, it's simple spreadsheet would do it, but pull that data from Whatnot.
Right now, the $600 thing is being repealed when they finally put it into effect based on your state's an issue, but that's one of the problems right now. Is anything you buy and then sell again or Whatnot is counted as income, even if you lost your ass on it.
Okay. Yeah, that I don't know because of the fact of well, I'm Canadian, so I don't know the tax implications of that. Interesting. I'm just D, was it more just to see where your overall profit just to keep a running total? Or were you actually trying to say, okay, this book got me a greater percentage of profit as opposed to this book? Like if I sold a Hulk 340, am I getting better return on my investment than a ASM 252 or something like that?
I think he's muted.
It's bad. Needs to be tossed.
Oh no. It's D's in the chat.
No, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry. D's part is D's Tweedledee from
Gotcha. Yep.
Tweedledee from the Baileys.
Stop using the D's in the chat because it leaves a whole bunch of jokes.
Oh, but they like it. Yeah, is there any other questions that or topics that the panel would like to talk about this week?
I don't know. Has anybody else experienced like unruly or inappropriate like buyers?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Santa, I apologize for all that.
No, I'm having somebody that's kind of pushing a little bit of boundaries with my wife, and I want to
Ban 'em.
coach it.
So that's the one thing you need, Rick, is mods.
I do have mods, so I mean,
I don't always make it. I've never seen anyone with the mod tag. That's their job. Is they kick that asshole out of your show forever, immediately.
Okay. It's a good idea.
I've banned more people than I probably follow. I don't care.
That's great. Yeah, because we joke and everything, but there's lines you just don't cross, and it's getting to that point. So
I'm surprised. I didn't. And this is a person that comes. Well, we know it's not me.
He's only been like the past 3 or 4 shows. Yeah. So. Yeah.
The secret is you mod Santa ahead of time. He loves that.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I used to mod him. I did.
Yes, and please don't.
I know you don't like it. That's why I removed you.
Well, I don't like it because I make jokes with everybody, and it can look bad on your channel at times if I'm making the joke when I'm a mod.
No, but the thing is that I don't mind the jokes, and that's honestly, once we started being ourselves and cracking jokes, and we're doing really, really well, guys. I mean, like really stupid well. That's kind of what people are coming in for at this point. You just but there's just a line that's being crossed, and it's not even the jokes; it's just the inappropriateness. So.
Yes, and that's right. As they're females, they get loads of inappropriate comments. Yeah, and I'm about like 75% of them. I bet you.
Yep. Yeah.
But again, get trusted mods, whoever they are. Those people will funnel them out right quick. I mean, I do it for several people. I don't care.
Right.
I see nonsense, and I go, "Fuck you, boo."
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, D and DJ, if I ever step over the line and I actually make you feel uncomfortable, just say "fuck off, Santa, go away."
D's mod me so I can boot Santa.
I everything I do is all like it's a joke. It literally is for me. It's always a joke.
Yeah, and again, there's a difference between joking. I can handle that, but there's
Like
another
an
level.
uncomfortable
There's an
layer.
uncomfortable layer there. That,
Well, yeah, there's always a difference between the people that you've met and interact with that
Yeah.
joke and randos that are just being weird, creepy fucks.
exactly. And the thing is, Mel is a mod on my fucking show, so she can take him off too. Maybe she likes it. That's why she hasn't done it.
She's just so busy doing
But she's hauling ass in the background. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't do it without her.
Well, there's a question. Because we've got Burnt Door as a single person doing the shows, and well, actually, Pilsner as a single person doing the shows, and Richard doing and we just lost Burnt Door, because he actually does both. He works with another person. The pros and cons that you guys are seeing when you have two people as opposed to one person doing everything.
Well,
I watch a lot of receipts.
yeah. Well,
Oh.
for me, just operationally, it's smoother. I have to do things a lot different. It's more work on the front end of a show when it's just me. Like I have to alphabetize everything when people shout things out. Because normally I just build the show, and as I'm taking the pics and getting it ready, I just throw it in the box ready to run. Mel pulls them out as people make the requests or the pre-bids come in. When it's just you doing that and you're trying to monitor the chat, do the auction list, show the book off, respond to the requests, write them down as they come in. And granted, half that is me just shooting myself in the ass because of how I do it. But again, it's working. But I just have to do a lot more work on the front end when it's just me.
With the current models, it's not as bad. I can run auctions okay. I don't preload much, so I don't have any requests. But man, when I was doing mystery polls and to buy it now, what a fucking mess trying to figure out, $25 that sold in 30 seconds. I would have people doing it just to mess with me. So yeah, I spent a lot of time reviewing what was supposed to go where. It's fucking hard.
Yeah. It's rough. It's definitely different. I don't know. I couldn't do a claim show by myself. There's no way. I mean, I'm not a big fan of doing them anyways, but I don't know.
It's the literal reason why I never did one. I had dozens of long boxes of stuff. I'm like, there's no way I can keep up. No way.
Done.
Well, again, that was part of the reason that I started doing the tools was I didn't see claim shows as being like it seemed to be hard because you had to pay attention to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
You had to, you were always taught, dealing with squabbles about who said see first on a $2 book.
Yeah.
Like that, I was trying to get away from it where there was something that you didn't have to worry about it. It just told you who won.
Mm-hmm.
As a person, you'd be like, okay, well, this book went whatever, right?
Yep.
Well, Burnt, when you run with your buddy, is it easier? Do you find it easier than when you do it yourself?
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties with these. No, I don't find it easier because he kind of just helps in the background. He doesn't necessarily like read the chat. Sometimes he reads the chat. He'll log in and read the chat and then tell me what people are asking. But for the most part, I'm running it by myself, and he's just kind of logging the books that get bought. So, I mean, if I educated him on, like, came up with a plan, it would be easier, I think. So the short answer is yes, I think with other people it'd be easier, but by myself, it's the same. Or even with him, it's just the same.
Yeah, well, DJ makes a point of view where it's, if you're just talking to yourself 90% of the time, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I know when I helped, what do you call it, Red Hot in the beginning, it was fun when you had multiple people that you could bounce off stuff and, joke around with, and it helped.
Yep. Especially if the show's not going ideally, music keeps motivation up to a high degree for me. But if it's not going well, having, in my case, Mel back there, and we just start talking shit to each other, it's fun. And then eventually people start re-engaging. If it was just me, it doesn't go as well.
Well, that I found that being a seller, I know I joke and whatever. It's nice having somebody chat if don't have somebody to bounce something off of
Mm-hmm.
when the chat's engaging.
Yep.
That's huge.
It makes it a lot more fun. It keeps things stagnant because I know I can sit there and be like, I don't want to talk. I gotta run another book. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're literally just reading our memoirs of whatnot when you say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so I started a show Sunday and I had a very slow start, zero engagement, and then I had JoJo and Scandalous come in. And they came in and harassed the shit out of me, and then people noticed, and there was interaction, and other people responded, and things started to move. It's like all it takes is one or two people to actually type in chat, and you can keep the show going.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I just naturally did that since the beginning. It just actually, I think Toaster. I think in the first show that I was on, I think we were talking about the fact I'm like, am I being too goofy? Am I disturbing the salesmanship of a show?
Yeah, but who cares if that's you? Because again, we've talked about this, and we've talked about the price of books in different shows. They're not buying always the book; they're buying the person and the rep and the personality.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's a correct statement.
Yep.
I like going to your guys' shows, the salty guys, because you guys are just straight up. You're not getting some guy
Salty.
trying to make you buy something.
Oh man, Sam and I get salty as shit.
Yeah, especially when he comes into my show and my $500 Earthworm Jim disappeared. I'm like, where the fuck did it go? Oh, Ron, cancel that, or I will cancel it. And
Ron
I
bought
do
it for
not
$1. He
care.
said it was going to bomb the USA.
That was funny. It was a good troll. I got to give you credit for it. It was a great troll.
I think most people. Oh, sorry. I think most people can tell genuine, people that are just, doing the thing and not trying to make a buck or, like I would think most people can, and I think that's what brings people back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. There's
Let's
another
go
one.
to a Gotham TH etc. show, and you can You can pick the different kinds of people out.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's another thing is when we're talking about engagement, we keep talking about these bigger shows. Why are they getting the return? Are they getting the return engagement? And what percentage would you think it is? Or is it just continuous churn, but their numbers are so high because the algorithm treats them right?
I'd say it's a combination of both. And there's other factors too. Like you have some that have other platforms like YouTube. Um, their name is what's selling the books, not necessarily the books themselves in a lot of cases. And then there you got historical people from what I've witnessed, and this is just my perspective. Please, if anybody has a different opinion, just go ahead and shout that out too. But you got the legacy people that have been on here quite literally forever, and you see books that are going for like 50% more than fair market value or even higher. And no disrespect to anybody, that's why I'm not going to say any names, but the show's not that engaging. They're churning out books. They're just chatting with, sometimes chatting with somebody that might have in the background, but it's got to be part of that influenced by algorithms. It's got to be.
Well, it definitely is, because you have people with 100K plus followers that whatnot will give 30 fucking boxes,
Yeah.
Foil packs, etc. too. I mean, there's definitely bias to it.
Oh yeah.
Well, we know who you're talking, like at least one of the people you're talking about, but I think that's because he owns. As far as I know, I think he's a partial owner in the company, isn't he? Or owns some stock.
Is he really?
I think so.
Church Thomas? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, exactly. We're talking
Yeah.
Novel Bill.
Yeah, there's probably 6 or 7 of them, but yeah, we have 2,500 of these whatever fucking Marvel packs. We're gonna sell 800 of them to the public. Well, where did the rest go? Oh yeah, that's right. We already know.
Yeah.
And he doesn't pay for them.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, like how much like in your streams, what do you have any idea of what your churn rate is?
Well, do you have any idea what the bot rate is for those kinds of people?
I really don't know.
That's a very good question.
Because we see it, and they we talk about engagement, which is great. Those people have 2, 3, 4, 500 people in a show and almost zero interaction.
Yep.
So what's the bot rate?
I
don't think they have. I've been in those shows. We all have, and they have 20 plus buyers on a good show. Well, so have you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really haven't gone. I haven't been in their shows much. At least people like.
Just remember, we are on YouTube. We don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not naming anybody.
Yeah. Just
what I'm saying is that I don't know. I don't know how many. Like what I'm saying is I'm not there, so I can't say what a bot rate is because I don't look at their sold listings to see how many people have bought. Right. So is kind of what I'm getting at.
I didn't even know that was a real thing until, was it 2 months ago you brought it up, Glenn? And
yep.
And then we just talked about it again last week after the show. Yeah, it's because I have per like 40, anywhere between 45 and like just under 70 orders every show. So I mean, that's pure engagement. But I got 40 different purchasers. and I'm ranging between, sometimes mid-20s up to 50-some people. I don't know. I don't know how you can get that many people, and people, it's the same buyers every single time, like was brought up a second ago. 20, not even 20 people buying the same damn books every week after week or show after show, but they have that many people in the shows. Just doesn't make sense. Got to be a lot of bots and driving up bids.
Yeah, show bidding.
Yep.
That's something that I want to talk about on a future one of these. Because I guarantee it, I guarantee it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's. I'm just trying to think what. Well, Burnt Door. Like, what are you seeing for your percentages? Like for you know for every show, are you getting a lot of return customers?
Man, I feel like I get a new customer. I mean, I feel like my customers are new every show, with maybe the exception of like you coming into a lot of them, but not a lot of like return. I mean, this sounds bad, but I feel like I get a lot of new buyers. And if I were to give it a percentage, I would say 75% of the people that come into each show are new to it and have bought their first purchase. So it's weird. But I just broke 1,000 followers today, so
Hey, congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
not that I'm.
It has to do with your inventory as well.
Yes, yeah. We were talking about this before the show. Well, you mentioned it too. Is how many people are a Godzilla fan, right? So how many people are going to come into your show? I get it. Like, how many new people are you seeing Pilsner per show? And same with you, Rick.
So my shows are very varied, but I get like 2 new purchasers per show, and each time I have a new purchaser, they buy a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For me, I'd say about 75% are returns. Just I'm talking buyers, I'd say, and the other 25% are new. But then it fluctuates because how do people will miss like 2 weeks and then they'll come back, and then somebody else that was on 2 weeks in a row doesn't come back, but they'll come back a week later. But like that's why I can say, I mean, most of them are repeat customers, but I mean 25% of a new purchase base is really good, especially when I'm getting the positive feedback on it and they're coming back within a week or two. And we run longer shows too, so I don't expect anybody to stay in for 3 to 4 to 5 hours, but
Except for Glenn.
except for Glenn, yeah. But he's watching 5 other shows at the same time, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, 75%, easily, probably more even if there's nothing in there that they want to buy. But yeah, there's other people that come in, say hi, talk shit for a little bit, don't buy anything, but they come back.
Okay.
But just purchasing, it's about 75%.
Okay. Well, we'll try one more stab at the tech idea. And the reason I brought this up with multiple cameras is I was having a conversation with Power Hockey Camps, John and Karen. They live near me. And he was always having shoulder problems because he was holding the book in front of the camera, And after a 2-hour show, his shoulder was starting to like really ache. So we got him to do the camera top down, right? But what he lost is the fact of he'd have books in the background that would keep people around, right?
Hmm.
So this was part of the idea of the engagement is books in the background. And what Ron was saying about the product, having something in the background that keeps people around, is a feature that he missed when he switched to that and was looking at doing a dual camera setup. What are your guys' thoughts on, do you have problems with your shoulders and whatever showing the books?
I do. I mean, but part of that's
I,
too.
I don't know. I think we're all in the same age bracket. Everything hurts
Yeah.
all the time.
Preach.
But yeah, I mean, the shows where I've put keys and slabs that were in the list in the background have had more engagement
Hmm.
if they stayed in view.
Okay. And obviously, um, everybody everybody knows not to run the big books right off the bat because everyone leaves and you're left with your filler.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
nice about the top down, Vlad, I think, is that some of the issues I have with showing a book in front of the camera is focus, right? Sometimes these cameras are so, like, I don't know, particular, and if you do from a top down, you're not going to run into that focus as much, that issue. It wants to focus on the books in the back, and it wants to focus on my hand, and wants to focus on everything else but the book and the spine and all that stuff. So I think that's a good pro to that. I think that would be a really a useful thing as far as because I think we know other people that do that on the show that have like a wall, but most of the time they just do the top down, and they sell books left and right.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm going to hop on as myself again with the
Well,
camera
honestly, Bernardo,
going.
I bought something from you because it was displayed in the background. It was not your active book. And I would have missed out on that or not requested it because I didn't know it was there.
Yeah. So my point is, if you have a camera on like your wall books or your big books, and then you have a top down camera and you're showing all your books on the top down camera, well, you have a split screen, right? I think that would be useful.
Okay.
I agree. I guess the issue is how many people are using a mobile device.
I use both.
Because when you start getting the split
For
screen
sure.
and 2, 3, 4 cameras, it's hard to zoom in on anything else that's not on the screen as a whole because it gets
All
so small
true.
you can't see what you're looking at.
Correct. Well, hold on. As I said, I'm just gonna come into the chat a second time with my camera. And the reason why I say it is you're talking about focus. I'm going to show you the camera that
Just
I
pronounce
use.
buckets for us that have been ball rats.
I'm just saying like, it can easily be handled with tech.
Somebody's getting kickbacks from webcam.
From the camera company? Yes, I am.
How you feeling? All right, guys. I think I'm gonna have to pop off.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay. So I will be.
No, I'll get you to bed. All right, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
Bye.
Rick.
See you, Rick. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. And as you were saying, oh, this is weird. Okay.
Way to sell it.
Yeah. Like it will rack focus in an instant. You can show the book. That's the
Is that your Super Sony, whatever it is?
yeah, but it's not a Super Sony. It's not like a $4,000 Sony camera. It's about it's a nice camera. It's about, you can get it probably used for about $300.
So for me, 8 shows worth.
Yeah, I guess it's whether it means something. But I was Burnt Door brought up something. I'm saying here's a possible solution, because
Well,
it's
yeah,
made
I think
specifically for
that
that.
whatever devices you're using to run your show are having a big impact.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of guys, and they go and they have a little wall, whatever rack, and they're trying to show a book, and it will not focus on fucking anything for more than half a second.
Yeah.
And Burnt Door brought it up, like your thumb, the distance of the book, the background books, it's constantly trying to adjust focus.
Yes,
but
because
if you're
it's
limited to what you have, then what do you do?
Yeah, well, you do with what you've got. Well, then you start looking at things, I would say, like top down, because now you take out a lot of those variables, right?
Which I agree. I mean, that would work, but again, you lose all the background books.
Right, but could you not get yourself a?
But if they had multiple cameras to deal with that, then they could just buy a camera that focuses better.
What
I'm just spitballing for people who are trying to do it on a budget.
Nope. I agree. Well, you can do it with somebody that's budget. Oh, now we lost Ron.
A damn app needs to disable the back button.
Oh, we got
Sometimes
you.
It'll go forward. It'll open a new tab, and the stream will keep going. But
we got your camera's gone, by the way.
Yeah, you can look at my ancient wood floor, my 1914 wood floor.
No, you can do it on the cheap. Old phones, especially when you get old phones, right? You can use at least, if you're doing it, one thing, you can split screen with Whatnot for 2 different people, right? You can co-host. Hey, Matt. You can do advice for people that with a budget. Yeah. You can do split screens or co-hosting with Whatnot. One could be one phone could be the stuff in the back, the phone that doesn't have the greatest camera, but it's just good enough to show the books in the back, while your other screen could be the screen that you're showing the books with.
Because I work with the least amount of tech as possible. I have no home internet. I don't have broadband. I don't have enough bandwidth on my tethering plan to use a laptop. And I don't plan on changing that. I don't want smart devices. I don't want all this shit. So I try and do it with a single device as much as possible. But I could probably tether the 2 phones, so I had one on background products as a co-host.
Right, and especially when it's not moving, it's not using up a lot of data because
I didn't even think of that. Like that'd be a great idea.
Right, the only thing you would require is a second account, just a a
I have
burner
to.
whatnot account.
I
So
think
that
everyone
you
has to, don't they?
would-
You got
50.
you got a buying account and a sell and a creeper account.
uh, what are you talking about? I know no such thing.
Yeah.
It's sent to you, Matt. Um, I'm saying like a cheap phone that you could probably get for super cheap, right?
You're talking about the phone I use every day then. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. um, and then a Samsung whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to
No, that's a great. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I could tether the two accounts together, use one as a co-host.
yeah. Oh, there's Matt.
Plus, if you're tethering two accounts, you automatically get ranked for more engagement.
Yeah, you would think so. Hey, Matt.
Matt,
Hello.
what's up?
Here's my advice. Here's my advice. Run for your life.
Why's that?
I just spent 40 minutes talking to my freaking self. So that's
because the two of us were here. Who do you think was coming to the show?
Well, no, what I meant is like my mom's like, you need to get excited about it and tell them about the book. I said, there's two people in here and they're not talking. You can't do anything when there's nobody talking. And
Yeah, we actually talked about that. You got to have two people at minimum that are talking in chat and engaging to fuck with the algorithm.
The worst thing is this: when you're like, okay, guys, I've run all these books for $2, like 50% below cover price. What do you want to see? And all he gets this.
Yep.
I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. I can't.
You should have been here, dude. We covered all these subjects already.
Yeah, actually we.
I should have came on live while I was doing the whatnot sale. You just saw how miserable it was. All right, but it just happens like that sometimes. It's just the way it is.
Yeah,
especially in the middle of the month.
I learned to go, hey guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. And boop, I just end the shit. I'm like,
well,
is your time free?
You know how you get on the computer and they'll tell you nobody's in here right now. It got to that point, and I'm like, all right, bye.
Yeah,
it's just hard. Like, I don't know.
So
I got some
do not take this personally, Matt. This show is all about you and me and hundreds of other people.
Yeah,
but it's literally addressing all the things that you're frustrated with right now.
Yes, and what can we do to that people that found solutions? How do they help us, and how does it help a new person?
Well, Whatnot hamstrung everybody when they said you couldn't play games of chance anymore because that was
you
working.
Still can people. For right now, certain ones. For now, you just got to play it right to the edges of the box as far as you can.
Yes.
You can still run boxes right now. You have to run them as surprise singles for now.
Well, the other problem is this. I'll give you an example. This book came out a couple of months ago, maybe 2 months ago. I paid $4.99 for it. I couldn't sell it for $2 tonight.
Matt, I tried to sell Virgins for $1 on Sunday, and I kept them. It is what it is. I mean, don't forget that it's going to charge them. And that's another thing that we'll talk about. That's a good subject is the shipping rates, Glenn.
Yep.
Because that affects people's purchases if you're running, especially in a cheap show.
Oh, definitely. And that was part of
if
the
I'm
reason
running
we
$1 book
it.
and your shipping's going to max out at $9.21, you don't know I'm going to have anything else you want. Why would you buy one book for $1 and pay $9.21 max shipping?
I need better books. It's the only thing that I can't afford.
You don't need better books. You need a different audience, and you don't give up on the books you have. I've run when I first started. I ran the same book 5 or 6 times, and I'm like, well, I'll just burn these bitches, and I ran them again, and every single one sold.
Here's the other thing I don't like.
Right,
somebody had the nerve to ask me if I would sell this to them for $15 fucking.
Now I'll give you 2.
It's just disregard it.
Yeah, just ignore them. But yeah, I mean,
I know it grates on you. I understand.
Is Burnt Door still here?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I've been to your streams. How many times have you ran shit that's worth money? You run pretty nice keys, not always 9/8, and who cares? No grade or A grade's better than no grade, right? How many times you run shit and people want it for nothing?
Every show, man.
And it doesn't sell, and you run it again, right?
Yep.
And then you find the right fucking person.
Yep. All it takes is 1 or 2 people in your room to make it a productive show.
Yep. And you can run the same thing half a dozen times before you find the person who wants it, needs it, loves it.
I mean, I've had some pretty. I mean, for me, I had some pretty good shows since I came back. But like now, I'm trying to crack the code again. Like, what day do I do it on? And I also have other problems.
The code is to give everything away all the time to feed the algorithm. They don't care about you. They don't care about your sales. They care about the algorithm. Run giveays all day long.
I'm not giving away. I can't
run
do that.
all your big books for $1. You can go to all the shows. I can send you a bunch of shows that have the biggest following and sell the most shit. And they all do the same thing. Do fucking a big buyer's giveaway as bait and get people to pay $15 for $2 books. I mean, right now that's what the algorithm favors.
Plus, there's one other thing that they all do, and that's a preview show. Especially when they got like a big show, they do the preview the night before with a couple giveaways during it, just to show off the books that they're going to be showing the next night.
Yep. You have to make this a job, unfortunately.
I can't afford to give anything away.
Well, and I agree with you. Neither can I. And you do it anyway because you're trying to play their algorithm. Just like any social media app. That's all it is.
Or you don't play that and you continue with you just build your audience, you build your books, and you wait for your right opportunity.
Matt, I will send you like 30 plus Toxic Crusaders cards. You run them as a giveaway at the lowest possible shipping rate because it doesn't know what you're giving away. It doesn't fucking care.
Right.
And you run, and that's all I did in my last show. And every time, and I saw the follower or the viewer count drop. I'd run a giveaway and go back up to 12, and I start running books while that ran in the background. And they got the most terrible, with the Panini cards of the 90s. Fuck
yeah, you give cards in an envelope.
Yep. And if they bought shit, you just slide the card in the back of their bag. Problem solved. I have probably 100 plus fucking baseball and UFC cards I got from a show as buyers or follower giveaways. You can have those and you just run one at a time. Who cares? They're getting some for free. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's just it's funny when you see like some streams where they're like they'll run something and some of these people in here they will.
We covered that too. They're paying way too much for garbage.
And then I'll be like, well, I couldn't even sell that for a nickel. You know,
right. Matt, we covered all these things. You should have been here instead.
Well,
I'm not beating you up, dude. Like literally, that's the shit we're talking about.
I would have made just as much money if I'd been here as I'd been there.
Well,
but yeah, we covered all these things.
Rewatch the replay. we're trying, like, literally I wanted to start this to help like sellers, but it was, it's also to help me because I'm a new seller, right? I'm not, I'm not above saying, hey, I'd like a little help. I'd like a little ideas from people that figured it out. Because guess what? If you don't ask, no one's going to tell you. And number
I mean,
two,
like sometimes I had to quit because this is what would have happened eventually. This is what happens to me. I feel like doing this. Next up, we have Marvel Secret Wars #1. I'm asking $25 for it, but you clowns want me to run it for $1. So let's just run it for $1, right, and get it over with. That's what I feel like doing. So I don't know.
I've met a whole different circle of people than everyone else on the panel right now. And I've watched a bunch of their different tactics. And I will tell you, like, I know guys that have been on the app since the beginning. They're just cracking 12,000 followers, but they have to run constant giveaways. It's one after another, after another, after another.
Yeah.
But now they're getting the following. They took the L for a long time.
yeah.
But now they will run shit and every single book sells, whether it be $1, $2, $3, whatever. And they have stuff that gets run up way high. And now it's because, as we said earlier, because of their presence. You're buying the book from the seller. You're not buying the book because of the book. And if you want to sell books because you love the book, unfortunately, you're going to die. And I hate to say it, but if you sell a book because you love the cover, you love the artist, you're going to take a loss.
Well, hell, I always take a loss.
Well, but I don't want you to get you down. I'm just telling you, like, this is not a comic lover's platform right now. And that's one of the things we address. You're not selling a book to a collector who loves the book, loves the cover, loves the artist, wants to fill their run. That's not what we're dealing with. And you have too much fucking heart, and it's going to burn you.
Yeah, that's probably. I've been thinking about just canceling all my shows again.
Don't cancel your shows. Pick a time, pick a day
Fantastic
and a
on eBay.
time, and set how long you're going to run your show. Pick a day, a time, set it. I'm going to run for a half hour. I'm going to run through every fucking book. Get people to share your show. Share it well ahead of time. I got your notification. I'm like, well, I'm going to be preoccupied with this thing now, right?
The only people that buy from me are people that are going to resell it. That's the fact.
No. And I get that too. Whatever. I don't care. As long as I get get the thing out of my fucking house. I don't care what they do with it. They can mash it up. They can press it. They can dry it. And they can put it on a roll and wipe their ass. Not my problem what they do with it after.
No, I'm just telling you, that's what the whole thing is just.
That's the whole app, dude. Everyone's trying to make a nickel on it. But stop looking at these books as loved children.
That's what I was about to say is take your books that you love and you want to keep and that are going to be in your PC and separate them from everything else and treat it like a widget. It's not a comic book, it's a widget.
Yeah.
It's a piece of thing that you are going to buy for less and sell for more. I agree with you. I'm not doing it. My whole point is with mine, I go at a specific set time. I say, okay, it's going to be an hour at max. That's my show. I'm not doing any more or any less, or sorry, any more. If it's less, great. If it's more, I stop it because that's what I've allocated. And if I don't sell anything, okay, I'm only out an hour. Right? I'm not constantly there trying to chase the dragon. And
Yeah,
again,
Matt, you make a good point. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. Go.
But I think some of the bigger shows too, because books are run up, is because of the FOMO. I think people are the fear of missing out. Like, oh god, I gotta bid on it. I gotta bid on it. And we're just trying to sell a quality book
I gotta
for
get
a
so and so to say
reasonable
my
price,
name out
right?
loud and fucking stream is half of it.
Say that again.
I gotta get so and so that's popular to say my name in the stream, hoping I get clout from it.
I mean, at this point, like my concern is, I get those Fantastic Four packs. I might as well just sell them on fucking eBay because I'm not starting that shit at like $10 or something. If they want them, I'm just not going to do it. And
I will tell you that I have a terrible following and I have terrible shows, and the packs have been my lowest selling shit I've ever sold. And I'm going to do it again. Fuck them.
But understand that I'm going to give you I'm going to ask whether you want me to give you this piece of advice or not.
Well, right now, Matt looks like someone just kicked his dog, so he needs
Yeah, I
to
know.
separate himself from the comics. Everyone on the app is looking to make a nickel. If you're their fucking food source, then you're their food source. If you can't sell it for what you need to sell it for, don't sell it. That's it. If you start at $1 and it sells for $1, that's on you.
yeah, I'm not starting at $1. Last time I had success selling for $100, but now that everybody's figured them out, that was back when we had the the Marvel end of the year packs. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm a stubborn bastard.
So I know what you paid for a pack of Fantastic Four books shipped. So if you can sell 2 at average rate, you broke even. Right?
Yeah.
I never sell for the top, but I can sell them for average rate. So if I bought 6 packs and I can sell 2 for average and I broke even and I sell the other 4, that's money in my pocket. I didn't get rich. That's not what you're here for.
I don't know. I know I'm not gonna get rich. It would just be like sometimes it's just okay. Like some nights are all right though. Like here lately, it's just when you don't have a lot of people, it's just I don't know.
I've never had a lot of people ever. What's a lot of people? 5?
More than
we
3.
go that on like a private only stream. I'm not sure of the question. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't care as long as I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to sell them like all for what I got in it, because you can't do that. You got to be realistic. That's why I was starting the new books for like $2, but I don't have enough resources to buy. And I'm not planning on getting rich because if you think you're going to get rich going on there, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. But no, it's still fun. It's just I'll tell you another advice I give somebody. If you're feeling real low energy and you don't feel like doing a lot of talking, don't do a show that day. That's what I did wrong today. I didn't talk. I couldn't. If you can't get into it, you're not feeling it, just end the show. Because it's probably not going to get any
covered
better.
that subject last weekend and you missed it. It was about the crowd can feel your energy. They can read you.
Yeah, and I just not feeling it tonight. I'm not going to lie. And that's just the way it was tonight. But like some nights, I got to do it earlier in the day. I can't do these late night. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys. Oh, I guess I'm just getting old, but I just don't feel like doing the late night.
Well, again, I said that before. We're all old. That is what it is. I found like Sunday afternoons. I got laundry in the fucking dryer. I got 2 beers in me and a cheeseburger. I'll run a show because I feel great. I don't have the Sunday dreads yet. Whatever, But they will read you, man. And the more negative you get, the more will reflect on your feedback.
I don't get negative anymore.
And you only need 2 people in the show, and you just gotta start playing off people. You gotta get people to share. You ran against a podcast where 2 of the people you could have played off of were going to be preoccupied. I mean, they're all factors. I'm not judging you. It's just just how the algorithm works.
Oh no, you're right. But my problem is I don't really outwardly show frustration, but because you can hear it in my voice though. But like I get real quiet. Like, what's the point? I just go, here's another one.
Jeff, I will
Here's
not
another
run. I won't do a whatnot show without 2 beers and a cheeseburger beforehand. Period. Ever.
That's what I needed.
I have a special cooler I keep next to me with beers and seltzer and an ice pack. No cheeseburgers because I already ate it.
And a sack of cheeseburgers over here on the corner.
No, we all want everyone, at least in our little circle, to succeed, right? We want them to.
Well, and that's the thing is like everyone fears competition. We talked about that a little bit about people. You know, you share somebody stream in someone's stream and you get fucking banned for life. And it's like they have different books. They're not competing against you. None of us are competing against each other. I've been in Burnt Door shows. I've been in Santa shows. I've been in Matt shows. I've been in Rick shows. I've been not TRs. He's new to me, but like I'm not running against any of these people. Even if we're at the same time, I'm not actually running against the same audience.
This damn dog's driving me crazy right now. Come here, dog.
Hey, Flat, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
And Flat and Company, I appreciate you guys. Flat, I appreciate you putting this on. Hope to be a part of the next one, or at least listen in. So good luck, guys.
Thanks again. Yeah.
And
Have a good night.
Thank you.
I'll jump on your shows when I see that they're available.
Cool.
Yep. Same time every week.
All right. See you, fellas.
Yep.
That's it.
And see you, DJ. If you haven't left already, D, say bye for me.
So Matt, on Sunday, Santa was there early. I ran an all-dollar show. I didn't give a fuck what it was. I kept shit that I knew was, double digits out of there because I'm not a complete retard, only semi. But and if it didn't sell, it didn't sell, and it's like I don't know. I'd have to look at the fucking stat email they sent after, but it was like two shorties, and I sold I don't know half or more. And some shit sold for $10, some shit sold for $1. It was what it was.
Usually I don't care. I was just like, and usually the thing
But
is,
again,
my advice is this too. If you're about 45 minutes in, you haven't sold anything.
Yeah, but that's
pull
the
the
secret
plug,
is
pull the
you
plug.
ran when 2 people you would play off of were busy. So
Yes.
I end up with JoJo and Scandalous in my show, and I interact with them regularly. I'm in shows and whatever. But they started busting my balls and typing regularly in chat, buy a $1 book here and there, right? That actually pumped the algorithm. They bought a bunch of shit. They were by no far my biggest buyers. And they both bailed. I don't know, half hour into the show. Once they saw the momentum was there, they jumped ship, which is fine. I don't want them to buy. That's not what they're there for. Same as I told Glenn. I didn't want him to buy. He came in, he busted balls, he got the chat started. That's all it took. And then
I don't mind you guys coming in there not buying anything because I don't really want you to buy anything.
3 new buyers that show who bought the most of anything. By far, they were the biggest packs I sent out. 3 people I never met because people that typed in chat and helped me play off of and made jokes and set the tone moved the show along.
Yeah, it don't have wheels in there.
That's all it takes. So some of it's scheduling. If you know me and Glenn are going to be YouTube, idiots. I'll conserve the word since it's still negative, but I love that one. If Glenn and I are busy, don't run your show because we're not there to help you. We're not there to share it. We're not there to tap the hearts. We're not there for you to bounce off of. They're all factors.
Well, yeah, or have someone else because it's right.
Yeah,
Someone
I'm just
like
saying
Will
that.
Or Kevin or somebody that's going to interact and do it. It just, yeah, I agree. Have at least 2 people, whether it be like Bruce or somebody.
People typing in the chat, I found is a huge factor in the outcome of the show. Because my biggest buyers I asked questions to, and they didn't even respond in the chat. And they kept buying after I asked some questions. Like, do you like? So they bought whatever Toxic Crusaders dupes I had. And it was also my giveaway card. I'm like, you into that? I was going to give them a bunch of extra cards. I have like a whole a second run of the cards, the Panini cards. I'm like, yeah, I'll throw you in whatever. Another 30 cards. I don't care. Like, they didn't answer. They didn't get shit. But they also didn't move the show along on the algorithm.
We got an unruly dog. This dog's acting like crypto in the movie.
Well, it's past 2 hours, so
I
let's
think you
call
said Pilsner's bedtime.
well, no, but it probably is your bedtime.
Oh, yeah. Like an hour ago.
But I'm saying, like, we'll call it. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks for making it another amazing whatnot. Why not? We'll be here again next week. I'm gonna have to start actually making some like music and stuff for it.
Yes, I was going to request another 80s action figure based TV show theme song.
Oh, come on. Bragging rights thing is awesome.
I know, I'm not mocking it. I want a
No,
theme song that looks like we're here to sell action figures only.
Bobby, look here. We're trying to do that. Come here. This dog's acting crazy.
Yeah. D and DJ, again, awesome. Thanks for showing up. Ryan's not in the chat, but he's listening. Alien Warrior, thanks again, buddy. He was texting me that he's listening.
Oh, Ivy. Sorry.
Thanks. No. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks everybody that came out tonight. It was awesome. And we're gonna end the show. Everybody, have a good night.
See ya. Thank you.
She's not going to fall for that again.